Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another single-player episode. And as you can see before me, this is the new reiterated dangle-style grapple skidder. So basically, I kind of went remastered the body on that, made it a little bit nicer. We have our new grapple end on here as well. And as you'll see over here, we actually have an independent grapple that's attachable, just floating in the air here. So what I went and did to make things a little bit differently is I made an independent claw separate of the machine itself. This way you'll be able to have better dangle physics as well as locking tension belts, which I'm still kind of working on right now. So this is very much kind of beta testing that we're looking at here. We're quite far from the original finished project, or product, sorry. I'm just going to back this guy up here and hook it on if I can line things up. So once you get lined up, you can just lock it on there. Whoops, I keep backing up the wrong way. This is why you shouldn't use your pedals. There we go. Okay, so you can hook it on there. Like I said, it's just a fully mobile style grapple with a dangle head on it. This thing's set up a lot differently than the other dangle style heads. You don't have any control of the turn, like left and right of it. As you turn the machine, you see it turns a little bit. It's got about 30 degrees turn left and right, which is really all we need for what we're doing. Again, I'm working out some of the kinks with the tension belts. Right now I have a problem with the logs popping out of the grapple, so what we do need is we need a trailer to haul it. Wait, do we have a trailer already somewhere? There we go. We'll just bring this one back to base. Go do a little loopsy here. Go grab our skidder. I don't think there's anything else that we're gonna need out here. I was gonna try to fly it out here, but because of the way the physics are on the body, I think I'm just gonna leave it for the time being till we do a little bit more intense testing. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's a pretty neat new concept. Again, it's not perfect yet. I still have a problem with the tension belts, but I think I have a solution to it. I just haven't gotten around to applying it yet. So there's a green version of the skidder as well as a yellow version, or kind of tiger cat colored version of it as well. So it's entirely personal preference which one you guys want to play with. I'm not exactly sure when it's coming out here, as I really do want to do lots of thorough testing to make sure it's you know, in good shape before I throw it out in the market. So we'll definitely give it a good abuse run beforehand. All right, so there we go. We still got all of our loads over there, so that's fun. The main reason I wanted to bring it out there, and like I said, don't really want to use it a whole bunch today because those piles are going to be kind of my play piles to do some testing. So I really just want to get it out to the site, get it kind of in place. Maybe we'll just park it kind of weird there. That looks good. Okay. This guy's having a little freak out here, so that's always a good time. But yeah, I really wanted to bring back the dangle skidder for a really long time, but I've never found a technique that really works super well. And I almost have this down pat, like we're getting really close to what I want it to be. It's just not 100% yet. So I just want to get it out here and start testing it. But once we do get it kind of to where we want it, I think it'll be a brilliant way to do it. People just have to get around the fact that you actually have to attach it on there yourself, but that's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. For the payoff that it's going to give us, I think it'll be worth it. I really do. I'll bring this guy up in the valley. I need to get a screenshot of this bad boy too. Oh man, it's hard to get a screenshot of this thing, eh? Kind of weird. We'll find a spot to get a screenshot of it. Don't you worry. I'll find a legendary place after the video, maybe, or something, to get a nice picture of it. So I'll show you guys. Like I said, this is kind of like a demo run of the actual thing, because it's not 100%, not by anywhere near 100% of what I want it to be yet. I'm just gonna bring this. I shall bring it up over here. We're literally just gonna back this. Oops. Oh, alright. Don't do like that, do you? Park this right here. Fire this guy up and go for a little cruise. So like I said, very similar to the old style skidder. It's not like a huge change on it. Like I said, other than this grapple, the head only goes up and down. You can't turn it, you can't do anything funky with it yet. I might try to implement turning commands, but for backing up, I put a new camera on it so you can actually back up decently to your piles. It's got a huge grip on it, which is kind of the idea I'm trying to do for making it the lockable style that I want it to be. Sorry, I just trying to see which pile I want to try to abuse. Let's try this one just for fun. I don't want to take a whole bunch. I'm just going to take a couple just to kind of test something. The biggest problem I have right now is the tension belts. So like I said, if you open her up, you can get a really good grab. We'll just go in like, I don't know, how about right about, whoops, whoa, what was that? I must have hit 3 or something. It tried driving up in reverse on its own. So like I said, you can get a really good grip of logs. Now the whole purpose I built this thing was to be able to lock the load. So if you hit L, it locks it, but the problem I have right now is it's dropping the logs out of the grapple for some odd reason. And I don't really know why it does that. I mean, they stay in, they kind of bounce around, but they stay roughly in there. But then see how they do this kind of like springy thing, and then I gotta unlock them because they'll go bounce all over the place. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, and I think I know what the problem is, so I'm going to take a look at a couple different solutions. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what the plan was originally. Other than that, I mean, you can still use it as like a regular style grapple skidder if you don't want to lock them. The locking is just something that's kind of coming down the pipe for what I want to do with it. So like I said, you can still, you know, go in and grab your loads and back them up, move them around. The thing is, with all skidders that we have the problem with in this game is that the claw likes to drop the logs, like they slip around. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get away from with the locking script. So I think I have like the idea down pat of what needs to happen. I just need to actually get my stuff together and sort it out. Like I said, so I mean, like if you do a couple logs at a time, I mean, it's no problem. It holds them in there pretty darn good. I just really want to be able to do big bundles, but I want to be able to lock them like the line skidder does, like, you know, without them sailing off into the abyss. Let's see if we can grab these two here as well. And that back plate on the back's actually pretty good. I'm just going to switch to this view here. It's nice and tight. We'll push the logs together pretty good. So we're just going to use it non-locking for the time being until we get the locking figured out. There we go. Whoop. But I mean, it works good. It works better than my other one did that was like attached, because it's actually using the trailer script to rotate the head, which is a way more stable script style than using the joint-based one that's on the other heads. So I think that's quite a handy way to do it. Let's see here. Let's do some more testing. I haven't done like any testing for picking up logs other than playing with the locking script. So like I said, you can grip that. You can pretty much grip that as hard as you want, and it'll go. You know, it's very similar to the other one where it'll go kind of as hard as you squeeze it. But you know, I don't know. In general, I think it works pretty darn good. So let's see here. Let's see how tight we can make it without them bouncing out. I think that's pretty much max tightness. And like I said, it has restraints, so it doesn't really go too far outside of that range. Now the problem I used to have with the old grapple skidders was that with that weird joint head that used to be on them, they would kind of just go all over the place. Like wherever you turn, they would like go flopping around in the air and go flying. But like I said, with this trailer script, it actually locks them more so to the body, which is really cool and handy to have. So I mean, you can use it either or. I really want to get the belts work, the tension belts working on the head, because it would make things a lot easier for sure. Let's see if we can scoop these. See, like I said, I'm not actually turning this head when it goes down. Like, it's free turning, so I mean, it seems to just wait to the direction that I want it to all the time, and I don't know if that's just physics being weird or what, but I seem to be able to grab it pretty well and get away with it. I wonder if that one will stay in there. It's kind of loose. It might just balance, or it might fall off. We'll see. Oh, there it goes. Oh, they all went. Didn't have those gripped at all. Not as hard as we wanted to grip them, that's for sure. That's pretty... Like I said, you can grip them pretty solid, I guess, in that head, and they'll stay there. Pretty much got the same grip ability as one of the dangle heads. Oops. That's good enough there. There we go. Now, one thing that this might open up for the future is the ability to add our own interchangeable heads for loaders and stuff like that. Oh, that was neat. Now, like I said, it's a kind of a maybe situation because I don't know exactly how it'll work yet. I have lots of experimental stuff I'm doing right now that's making things pretty fun to play with. Oh man, I am bad at backing up. I gotta stop using my pedals. I'm just like, I'm so used to using my pedals, then I end up switching to my keyboard because I'm just like, you gotta stop, Jordan. You're gonna wreck yourself. And these don't have to be piled nicely because I'm just gonna chip them, so I'm just putting very low effort into those at the time being. We're actually just coming up at the end of our video here, so I think I'm just gonna park this bad boy for now. You know what? Like, I haven't actually tried it with just using it without the locking, and that actually wasn't too bad. I thought that actually worked out pretty good. The locking was obviously a nightmare because those aren't ready to go at all yet. But I think they carried the logs over pretty decently. So once I get the locking stuff down pat, I think it'll be perfect. At least I hope I can get that working. And then we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the video here for now. When we come back, I definitely want to start chipping again because we gotta keep building Chip-a-Palooza Mountain here and see how high we can get it. And then we'll be able to start building our lake project there. So yeah, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're in the bush, definitely don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.